Hello from the United States, and welcome to Global One Media's Stocks to Watch series as we host exclusive one-on-one interviews with company executives sharing insights into their unique backstory and journey ahead. I'm Ashley Berry, and we're welcoming Steve Cochrane, President and CEO of Lithium Chile, along with Vice President and Chief Operating Officer Michelle DeCecco. Great to have you both with us today.
It's great to be here, Ashley. Always a pleasure to talk to you and to all your followers as well. Thank you.
Absolutely. So Lithium Chile has one of the top lithium exploration portfolios in the world's top lithium jurisdiction, with active exploration programs underway and some big updates today. Lithium Chile is listed on the TSX Venture Exchange as LITH and the OTCQB as LTMCF. So I want to welcome you both. And Steve, I'd like to start with you and congratulate you on signing the joint venture agreement with Eramet, a multinational mining company, which involves them completing 3 phases with a value totaling over 21 million US dollars. This is a very important juncture in Lithium Chile's story. So how did this joint venture unfold?
Great. And we are extremely pleased to have such a quality firm, such a quality group as Eramet as our partners in Chile. And it's been a process now that's been ongoing for at least 2 years, if not 3. Eramet originally approached us about Chile back in 2020-21. They were interested in our portfolio. And at that time, they actually had a contract geologist come and spend a week with us touring all our prospects from Coipas in the north all the way down to our projects in that Atacama region. They love what they saw. They think there's huge potential, as of course we do, in these properties. And really, over the last 2 years, it's been sort of a series of back and forth discussions. Most recently, and you've probably read in the news, in spite of some of the negativity around the formation of this national lithium company, most of the big companies like Eramet see this as really Chile acknowledging they need to open up the country, certainly in the lithium space, for investment. So Eramet recently announced investment up to 900 million US to advance lithium projects in Chile. We're just really pleased to be one of the partners they've chosen to begin that program.
Yeah, obviously they see major potential with Lithium Chile and your operations. Fantastic news. Huge milestone. Michelle, I'd like to move on to you now. The joint venture is certainly a major indication that Lithium Chile is onto something very significant, covering your 3 Chilean properties. Perhaps you can delineate the role of each of the 2 companies and how the support Lithium Chile will receive from its partner could really propel the company forward.
Thanks, Ashley. I also look at this as a huge indication of where the lithium industry is going. So despite, the recent drop in lithium prices, here we've got this huge company, Eramet, that sees value in these Chilean properties of ours. And, we as a junior mining company have probably the largest land package in the business. And so our ability to move all of these properties forward on our own, it would take significant time and energy to do so. So having Eramet come in, see the value, and move these and advance them forward on our behalf is great. They'll be doing the work. They'll put the money into the ground, and we'll be here to cheer them on.
Yeah, and Michelle, I really like how you say that this is sort of the where the lithium market is going, and obviously your company propelling it. Steve, as you progress on these projects and at the end of phase 3, how will ownership and revenue sharing on these projects specifically be structured here?
It's a great deal for us, as Michelle mentioned. It allows us to focus our energy and resources on Arizaro, which obviously is our flagship project, but it also advances a number of our Chilean projects on somebody else's dime. So it is a 3-phase process. Phase 1 is an initial kind of overview, sampling geophysics on all 3 projects. Phase 2 is a drilling program designed to arrive at an indicated and inferred resource. And then phase 3 will be a pre-feasibility study. So there are significant, as you brought up, significant capital earmarked for all 3 phases. And obviously, we wish and expect success on all 3 projects. At the end of phase 3, we will arrive at a 70% ownership for Eramet and a 30% ownership for Lithium Chile in all 3 projects. At the same time, we've structured a bonus program that Eramet will pay us $1 million US for every million tons of indicated and inferred resource that come out of the program. So they don't even have to be reserves. Whatever the 43-101 report really arrives at the end of phase 2, and then again into phase 3, Lithium Chile will receive $1 million US bonus per ton. At the end of phase 3, Eramet does have the option, based on the pre-feasibility valuation on all the assets, to acquire that our 30% based on 30% of that net present value. So if the pre-feasibility has $1 billion valuation based on the resources developed, Lithium Chile would receive 300 million US. So there's plenty of upside for us. There's also a lot of incentive, obviously, for Eramet to do the best job possible. So we see it as a real win-win for both companies.
Absolutely. I was just going to say that, Steve. Michelle, as the Chief Operating Officer, how important is this collaboration for your operations to advance forward smoothly?
I have to say we are so excited, Ashley, and the reason being is that yes, Eramet is a multinational company, but they're also owned 25 or 27% by the French government. That says a lot. So for this big company to want to partner with Lithium Chile to help us advance our projects is a significant step. We believe that with Eramet's experience and their power and the support that they have from their government, they're going to be a key player in helping us negotiate and work with the Chilean government, especially with the new policies in place. It's really going to propel us in a place that we just haven't been before on our own.
Speaking of negotiation, Steve, you were instrumental in reaching this agreement. What aspect of it really excites you the most?
Well, very simple: credibility. Having Eramet as a partner, a company with 10,000 employees, 6 billion in annual revenue, the preeminent mining company in France today, I think says a lot about the assets we have in Chile. Right now, we see no value in our market cap for those Chilean assets. A lot of people, because of the recent, news around the government decisions, a lot of people assign no value to those Chilean assets. Yet here is, as Michelle mentioned, one of the preeminent European mining groups that sees the opportunity, sees the value in Chile to come and do a deal with us. So I think it's going to do 2 things. One, it's going to hopefully make people recognize that there is value in our Chilean assets, and that we should have much higher value market-wise, reflected because of that. But also, you've got a company that trades in Paris. I understand they have 100 plus institutional shareholders. We hope there's going to be additional eyeballs, if you like, on the story when a lot of these European investors and investing groups say, who's Lithium Chile? Why has Eramet, stepped up and done such a great deal with such a junior company? So again, the credibility, both in the valuation of our assets, plus and hopefully the additional recognition for Lithium Chile itself, I think it's going to be a great plus.
Anything further to add, for the shareholders? I mean, you really kind of touched on it. I'd like to ask both of you. You talked about what excites you the most. How do you convince shareholders that this is not only the stock to watch, but much bigger?
Like Steve mentioned, we really don't see any value from our Chilean properties reflected in our share price. This to me, and look at the namesake, we're Lithium Chile. So to get back into Chile and to start advancing these projects is so exciting. And I hope that our shareholders share that same sentiment, that we're open for business, we're advancing everything as quickly as we can. And now we've got this amazing company with experience that's going to partner with us.
And I concur, and I just reiterate what I said earlier. Having now a major European mining group as a partner, I think is just going to generate a lot more eyeballs on the story. It's going to bring a whole different set of European investors to the story. So again, the publicity is not a bad thing.
Well, we certainly will be watching closely. Thank you both so much for your insights. Steve Cochrane, Michelle DeCecco of Lithium Chile, always a pleasure to speak with you. Thank you so much for your time and for sharing this really exciting update with us.
Great.
We'll see you soon.
Thank you, Ashley.
Thanks, Ashley.